Hi, welcome to another episode of Behind the Scenes at Becoming Retail, where we're sharing our insights and data from the executive interviews we're conducting and the executive survey we conducted in August of 2020. One of the questions that we asked in that survey was, what about your organization has changed due to the pandemic? And the top three responses were workforce flexibility, streamlined decision-making, and changes in strategy. So, Rob, why don't you talk about what you've learned around workforce flexibility?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you, Michelle. It's great to see you as always. We've all had to be flexible as we've worked from home or, anywhere essentially over the last 12 months. And for retail, it's no exception. Store associates, particularly for non-essential retailers, were forced to stay home and they worked from there. Many retailers had them pivot, which was a big change if you think about it for retail, and that store associates were forever really tethered to the physical store, in most cases, really behind the cash wrap, focused on scanning and bagging, ensuring that there's speed and efficiency at checkout. And the flexibility really came in the way of turning them into really digital ambassadors in a couple of different ways. First off, really fulfillment experts to enable the buying online and then picking it up in and around the store. Social media managers, really unleashing them into the social sphere to represent the brand. And finally, digital stylists or agents, if you will, really allowing consumers to reach into the store associate's mind and be able to understand about the brand, the product, and doing that in a virtual way. So I give a lot of credit to the retailers for being able to move so quickly using technology to really bridge the physical, those that were at home, and the digital divide, those associates that were home as well, but doing it in a digital way.
Mm-hmm. And speaking about having to pivot and enable store associates to work from home, that really speaks to the second response, which was streamlined decision making. Retailers had no choice when their stores closed overnight. They had to be creative, they had to make decisions, and they had to stand up products like curbside, buy online, pick up in store very quickly in order to get that inventory accessible to customers who wanted it. So, obviously the more popular refrain has been, taking the product roadmap from 5 years to 5 months into 5 weeks. And that's certainly something that retail executives want to keep going forward, is that sort of streamlined decision making, that agility. And in fact, Tapestry created a whole new program called their Acceleration Program. And one of the key pillars is agility. And that means that the company will move quickly to make decisions. They will simplify their internal processes and really empower all people within the organization to move quickly to respond to changing consumer requests.
And hey, Michelle, let me launch into the third one around really reprioritizing the strategy. And what comes top of mind for me is a conversation I had with John Strain at the turn of this calendar year. He's the Chief Digital and Technology Officer in The Gap, and he talked about the acceleration in omnichannel and also personalization. And when I think about personalization, it's one of the key drivers towards people, meaning retailers, rethinking their loyalty program. I mean, loyalty has been redefined over the last 12 months around speed, efficiency, health, and trust. And that's just becoming table stakes at this point. Many retailers, brands that I'm talking to all the time, are really focusing on harnessing the data and turning that into personalized engagement, really not only with the consumers directly, but also with the store associates, arming them, especially as consumers get back to the store again, arming those associates with the critical data about the consumers to provide personalized engagement, not just at the cash wrap for the checkout, but really in the check-in where that moment of truth is happening around research and discovery. So it's been quite amazing, really impressive. And you know what, really inspiring to see leaders across retail embrace this change and harness the energy, what we're seeing across the board, and got really scrappy. And now they're pivoting to really scale and create efficiency in the changes that have happened and really will sustain us between now and especially through the holiday. So with that said, thank you so much, as Michelle mentioned in the outset, joining us for another behind the scenes for our journey towards becoming retail.